You're kidding.
27,500. So I'm just gonna guess that the one that she got is around that price.
Designer hauls aren't exactly new on the internet, right? Influencers have been flexing their luxury bags, shoes, and sparkly accessories for years without anyone batting an eye. Until now. Mikayla just dropped one of the wildest designer hauls people have ever seen. And social media is absolutely losing it.
I have a shopping problem. Literally a problem.
Not just because of what she bought, but because of how she's flaunting it and what that says about her platform. It's chaos out here. Luxury hauls have been a major internet staple since influencers first became a thing. Nothing boosts clicks faster than a thumbnail full of bright orange Hermes boxes and an influencer with that exaggerated OMG face. It's the ultimate recipe for views. But what people are starting to notice is how fake some of these setups really are. The truth? Half of them probably only grabbed one or two new items. But with the right background and lighting, it looks like they cleared out an entire store. It's all smoke and mirrors, baby. And this trick doesn't stop at personal hauls either. Even PR unboxings follow the same playbook. It's never just about what's being shown. It's about that wow factor, the fake OMG, look what I got energy. That's what keeps audiences hooked and sponsors happy. So when Mikayla's latest video popped up on my For You page, I instantly thought, no way, this is all real. The mountain of designer pieces looked insane. I figured it was just another staged flex. You know, some boxes from past hauls stacked high for the views. But then the second video dropped, and that's when things got real. So get this, Mikayla actually bought so much designer stuff that she couldn't even squeeze it all into one video. She had to drop part 2 just to fit everything in. Like, who even does that? She literally starts the video saying she blacked out while shopping and ended up spending more money in one spree than most people make in years.
So, I blacked out. Kind of bad. My shopping vlog, this was the bag you guys wanted me to get the most. And it was not a question. It was not a question. This is so sick.
The internet could not believe their eyes. And let's talk about her picks for a second, because some of these choices had people straight up confused. First off, that animal print bag? Girl, no. I know animal print is having a moment right now, but that thing looked plastic.
Absolutely loved this Kago style. Like, this is just very everyday on the go Kago.
Let's be honest. If you took off the Prada logo and slapped on a Walmart tag, she would have walked right past it without even blinking.
Went a little crazy with the bags. Oh my God. The mini with the shiny black, oh my God. Like, I am gagged at how good Prada is right now. I love this. Night out with girls, oh.
And guess what? That bag cost $5,900. Then she shows another one.
My God. The pink. This bag is one of Prada's most classic, famous styles. I have it in black and white, but the pink,
And okay, I'll admit it, it's kind of cute. But once again, if you strip away the fancy label, it looks like something you could find at Winners for $30. Meanwhile, Mikayla dropped a jaw-dropping $3,650 on it. It literally looks identical to the Coach Ashton bag, which maxes out at around $200. Make it make sense. But oh, she wasn't done yet. Next up, another bag. Price tag, $3,200.
All of a sudden, he brought this out to me. When I tell you my jaw fell on the floor, this is one of the coolest Prada bags I've ever seen.
Styles you can find at Winners or Marshalls, sometimes even by Steve Madden for under $50. Yet Mikayla paid over $1,000 for hers. The level of delusion in this haul had everyone's jaws on the floor. $3,750 for that bag? You've got to be kidding! It looked just as cheap as that first animal print one, and that's saying a lot. Honestly, it might be one of the most basic-looking luxury bags I've seen in ages. Then, Mikayla switches gears and starts showing off the designer clothes she bought, and things go from bad to worse.
Has extremely nice boots. Look at these. Already know I'm gonna get a ton of wear out of this thing. It's like a utility boot, bro. It's gonna be great on rainy, shitty weather days in the winter. Super cool. Absolutely obsessed. Really nice for fall. Anything that gives me height, I'm obsessed with. These are sick. I love the brown.
But considering how she's been spending, you just know those boots she showed next were well over $1,000 too.
Oh my gosh. These remind me of like a Doc Marten. They do have a zipper. I was amazed that these fit my wide calves, like hello, but they're so comfortable and again, it gives me height. It would look so good with like a really tight pant.
When the price tag is louder than the style itself.
These are a sneaker flat. Like it's a flat, but it's a sneaker. And when I tell you this is the most comfortable thing I've ever put on my foot.
Then she hits us with another one, $1,890. My jaw dropped, followed by a $1,150 purchase. When she revealed she'd dropped $975 on those last items, it felt like watching someone lose touch with reality in real time. And just when you think she's done, oh no, she starts diving into the Miu Miu pieces next.
I got a couple things from Miu Miu. I'm sure this is a bag that I gagged over when he showed me. It is so me. It is so me. Are you kidding me? Oh my God, it is beautiful. I cannot wait to use this for an event or a night out.
Things are about to get even crazier. So buckle up because Mikayla's spending spree didn't stop there. Not even close. This next Miu Miu bag alone set her back a whopping $3,000. Then she casually adds on a pair of sunglasses for $530, sneakers for $1,100, a top for $2,850, and a matching skirt for $995. And honestly, that skirt was probably the only thing that actually looked wearable.
So I went luxury shopping and completely blacked out. Stuff I got from Louis Vuitton is literally so good. Like, I can't even tell you how good this haul is about.
I'll give her that. I was even tempted to grab something similar, but trust me, I'll be finding mine at Urban Outfitters for $10 flat. But she wasn't finished yet, not even a little. The Miu Miu madness kept rolling. She showed off a $3,300 polo. Yes, a polo. Followed by a $695 tank top, a $995 tee, and another one for $775. Then came a $2,650 button-up shirt like it was no big deal. At this point, people online were straight up screaming at their screen, and just when you think the price tags couldn't climb any higher, she pulls out the jacket and brace yourself. It cost $11,500. $11,000 for one jacket. People couldn't believe it. $11,000 for that? Flooded the comments. And honestly, same. To wrap up part one of her mega haul, Mikayla casually shows off a pink Miu Miu jacket that cost another $2,750. When you total everything up, that's roughly $57,895, give or take a few thousand depending on the missing item prices, and that's just part one. Can you even imagine? Because apparently, part two is packed with Louis Vuitton and Chanel pieces. Huge shout out to the creator who actually went through all this and broke down every single item, because without them, nobody would have believed how deep Mikayla's spending went.
My dreams. Just to
This is the closest one I can find, and this translates to like 9,000 US dollars.
clearly, I'm gonna be
1,940.
so nice with all my full,
4,400.
like the cham. Oh my God.
500.
Style.
995.
It's so nicely.
2,300.
Oh my God.
1,350.
They're so
1,320.
shiny. Black heel.
1,130.
Like a poncho vest.
3,850.
Leather jacket. You cannot go wrong.
7,850.
Really nice.
4,450.
You're kidding. Like,
Also, just like the bag, this is the only fur jacket that was like similar. 27,500. So I'm just gonna guess that the one that she got is around that price.
the sweater dress. Best that you guys saw me try. Bag was so Chanel.
10,900.
The gold.
3,225.
Are you freaking kidding me?
I couldn't find this on the actual Chanel website. This is like a reseller and it's 7,450.
Classic. So classic.
4,900.
Actually the same thing.
I couldn't find the other cardigan, but I'm just gonna assume they're around the same price.
Literally the same thing.
7,950.
Just in a light color.
7,550.
Chanel keychain, that
1,875.
silver and the gold
Those exact pairs that she got are not online, but these are the closest ones, so 675. And low-key, I actually want these.
a necklace.
6,350.
Lastly,
For the big one, 2,450. And then the smaller one, 1,720.
And remember, this is only half of it. The next part gets even crazier. So, get this, when the creator added up part 2 of Mikayla's haul, the total came to around $127,000. Add that to part 1's total, and we're talking roughly $185,105 spent in one single day. That's not a shopping trip. That's an entire down payment on a mansion. And the craziest part, these videos racked up more than 12.6 million views combined. You can already imagine what the comment section looked like. Pure chaos. People weren't holding back one bit. The first wave of comments hit hard, with users writing stuff like, "Money can't buy taste," and "This is probably the first luxury haul I've watched where I wasn't influenced even a little." Another one said, "Why does everything look so cheap?" The internet basically united in calling her out. But the biggest issue everyone pointed out was how out of touch the whole thing felt. Like, how can you post yourself spending almost 200 grand on clothes and accessories while so many people are struggling just to make rent? Some of the top comments were heartbreaking. One person wrote, "I'm not even sure I can afford my rent this month." Another said, "In today's world, this is so tone deaf. I put back a candle today because it was $10. You could feel the frustration building with every scroll. And honestly, most viewers weren't coming from a place of jealousy. They were just shocked. Normally, when Mikayla shares a few luxury pieces here and there, nobody bats an eye. She's done smaller hauls before and never got this kind of backlash. But this time, it wasn't just showing off. It felt like a full-blown flex. People called it gross, tone deaf, and even disgusting. One person summed it up perfectly, saying, "That's the price of a house in some states." And they're not wrong. To most people, that kind of money could literally change lives. Still, at the end of the day, if that's how Mikayla wants to blow her cash, that's her choice. But it's no wonder people can't stop talking about it. But let's be real. Posting a haul like that for everyone to see, knowing exactly how people would react, wasn't an accident. It was a choice. And Mikayla knew exactly what she was doing. This wasn't some clueless influencer move. It was a full-on calculated stunt. She knew the backlash was coming, and honestly, she probably wanted it. Because come on, this is the same girl who straight up lied to her audience during Mascaragate. Remember that mess? She looked dead into the camera with a straight face and tried to convince everyone those lashes were real. Ever since then, her credibility's been hanging by a thread. And don't forget, Mikayla has a long history of grabbing every sponsorship tossed her way, no matter how sketchy it looks. Half the time, she doesn't even disclose them properly unless the brand forces her to. She's been called out again and again for the same shady behavior, but somehow she always finds a way to turn it into more attention.
I just saw that ridiculous haul. You know which one I'm talking about. I saw it against my will, and I have two takeaways. One, I don't want any of it. Maybe I didn't want it before, but I definitely don't want it now. Two, it could all be...
Because for Mikayla, any attention, even the negative kind, is better than silence. And guess what? That's exactly what she's getting right now. Endless attention. The internet's been buzzing nonstop with reactions. Even celebs are chiming in. Gabby and Wendy from The Bachelor and The Bachelorette both jumped in to comment on how wild this haul was. People are genuinely trying to wrap their heads around it. Like, who in their right mind spends nearly $200,000 on designer pieces in one go and thinks, yeah, this is good content? And then there's another theory floating around that maybe, just maybe, this was all one big tax move.
So much luxury stuff. So I was just telling my husband this story and I'm like, oh my God, like when is she even going to use all this stuff? It's wild. And then we were talking about how like influencers and how it affects children and blah, blah, blah. My husband had a point, and I'm curious to know if you think this is true. Do you think she wrote it all off? I'm telling him the story and he's like, yeah, and then she wrote it all off because she made content with it, which makes it fair game. Why did I not even...
Some users are convinced her accountant told her to splurge to write it all off and lower her taxable income. It's crazy to think about. But honestly, that might explain how she pulled the trigger on that kind of spending without blinking. So yeah, maybe Mikayla can try to spin this haul as a business expense since she posted it on TikTok. But let's be honest, that tax write-off theory isn't as simple as people think. Even if she's got a clever accountant backing her up, it's not exactly a free pass to blow through almost $200,000 and call it a day. An actual influencer jumped into the comments and dropped some serious truth. She wrote, "This is totally a myth. We cannot write clothes or purses off just because they're in a video. You'd have to prove you never wore it for personal use." She even explained why most big creators pay thousands to stylists for looks they don't keep. Because that's what can be written off. You can deduct the stylist fees, but not the designer items themselves, and that totally changes the game. Another user chimed in and said, if she can use it outside of work, it's not a business expense. If she gets audited, she'll have to prove it's used only for business. And that's the part people forget. Sure, it might look like a smart content investment, but the IRS doesn't play around. They want receipts, proof, and separation between work and personal life. But beyond all the money talk, there's something even more concerning that people are starting to point out. How dangerous it is for Mikayla to be posting this kind of content online. Think about it. She's basically showing the entire internet tens of thousands of dollars worth of luxury items sitting in her home, and she's already mentioned that people have shown up at her house before. She's even shared clips talking about random fans leaving things at her door, which is scary on its own.
It's probably gonna be me crying on the internet again, but I feel like an asshole right now because I was in a meeting and these two teenage girls came to my door, and I can't just leave my meetings to go see teenage girls at my door. But I noticed that they left a note, and I just started reading it, and it broke my hat. But it says, "Dear Mikayla, my name is Emma. I'm a junior in high school. Growing up, my mom always loved makeup, so I got introduced at a young age. My mom passed away from suicide a few months ago. And I know you have no clue who I am, but you genuinely helped me so much. Whether that's just makeup tips or getting me through the death."
So flaunting that kind of wealth online just makes her more of a target. Between the backlash, the possible tax mess, and the safety risks, fun little haul might have opened a whole new can of trouble she wasn't ready for. So here's where things take a wild turn.
Bro, Emma, please come back to my house. Emma, please come back to my house.
Mikayla actually invited that same fan who showed up at her house back inside to give her free makeup. Like, on one hand, that's incredibly sweet and generous of her. It shows she genuinely cares about her supporters. And that kind of kindness is rare online these days. But at the same time, it's terrifying. The safety risks here are huge because this wasn't just some random neighbor who happened to recognize her while walking by. Mikayla herself said the girl didn't even live in the area.
I brought her in my house and I said, "These are the giveaway boxes I've created for my giveaway, and I want you to have one of them, and you can pick whichever one you want." So there's the Dyson box, the Louis Vuitton box, the POV pad box, the Ulta gift card box, and the Sephora gift card box.
She drove all the way to Mikayla's neighborhood just to drop off a note. That's next level dedication. But also pretty scary when you think about it.
People saying that she must be rich because she lives in my neighborhood. She doesn't live in my neighborhood. She is not rich. Let's take that narrative out of here. She doesn't live near me. She drove to my house.
If one person can find her address that easily, what's stopping others from trying the same thing? Sure, this fan meant no harm. It was an innocent gesture that just happened to cross a line, but it opens a dangerous door. Fans might start thinking, oh, if I go to Mikayla's house and leave a note, maybe she'll invite me over too. And that's where things could spiral fast. Even Mikayla had to step in and say, please, nobody else do this. You could hear the concern in her voice because she knew this could easily get out of hand.
Nobody else do that, please. But for her, I will give it up.
People online have been flooding the comments with worry, saying she needs to tighten her Security. It's sweet that she wants to connect with fans, but letting strangers show up at your home? That's a recipe for real trouble.
Luxury hauls are scary because aren't you guys afraid of getting robbed? I'm so afraid of getting robbed. There have been expensive things that I've bought that I have not shared online because I'm afraid of someone running up on me and finding me and robbing me. Especially in today's day and age. Like, I don't know, I guess if you live in like a gated community and you have a bodyguard and you have security, then maybe, and I guess if you can afford that many things, you probably do have those things. But if you don't have those things and you're talking on the internet about these luxury things that you're buying, I don't know, maybe just how I was raised, but that's so scary.
So careful flaunting this amount of wealth. First of all, it feels gross. It just feels gross. And someone can come in and argue and be like, oh, you're just jealous. Listen, I would love to have a lot more money, but let me tell you, I wouldn't be spending it on all of that bullshit.
But even with all the backlash, all the safety warnings, and all the outrage online, Mikayla just keeps going. Not a pause, not a break, nothing. Just days after her $185,000 haul went viral, she dropped another one. This time, a full video showing off even more designer shoes. People were stunned. The comment section was flooded with disbelief. Everyone saying the same thing. This is pure greed. One person wrote, "How could one person need this much stuff?" Another added, "I'm not being a hater. Really and truly not. But when do you even wear all this?" And that's a fair question. Because at some point, it stops looking like luxury content and starts feeling like straight up hoarding.
It's officially fall, which means it's boot season, bitch. Let's do a haul. Okay. First we have shirts. These are so sick, dude. Oh my god. These are a lot heavier. Ooh. I have always wanted a boot like this. I love the print on this. The last pair from Schutz. Oh! I got the black too. Guys, I know I had this reaction to the first pair. Number 2. Ooh, I love the leather. Is it just a classic black boot? Like, you cannot go wrong with this. I really like ballet flats, and I just liked the pattern.
People are starting to call it what it is. Obsession, not aspiration. The common theme in all the comments was the same. No single person needs that much designer in their life. One user said it perfectly, "I really do think it all comes down to greed." And you know what? They might be right. Ever since TikTok blew up, we've seen materialism skyrocket to wild new levels. Between the endless PR packages, luxury hauls, and influencers chasing the next trend, the pressure to constantly show off has never been stronger. It's like a never-ending cycle of buy, post, repeat. And Mikayla's latest spree, it's sitting right at the center of that chaos. While digging deeper for this story, I even found an old designer haul video from Mikayla, and it's honestly shocking how different her energy used to be. Back then, she was excited, grateful, and kind of relatable. And it's like she's desensitized to it all, like another unboxing, another pile of boxes, another flex for the camera. Somewhere along the way, that spark turned into straight up excess. My God, watching that old video of Mikayla really hits different.
It's perfect for me. It's absolutely perfect. It's everything I want in a Chanel bag. It's my color. You push here to open it, and this is the inside. I also saw a really beautiful wallet. I really liked it. It was the perfect color for me. Comes in a really cute pouch, and here is the wallet. Bonnie vibes. I just thought they looked really cute together. Also decided to go to Louis Vuitton. Here is the box it comes in. Also comes in a nice cloth bag. Here it is. Oh my god. It's absolutely beautiful. I love the inside. It does have a crossbody strap. We got a really big one. I saw this. I had to have it. Cloth bag. Obsessed is an understatement. Oh my god.
Yeah, she was still buying designer pieces back then, but it was nothing like the over-the-top hauls she's doing now. In those older clips, she came across as genuine. Just girl who'd worked hard, finally making enough to treat herself to a few luxury bags she'd always dreamed about. You could feel her excitement. It was wholesome, even a little inspiring. But fast forward to now, and it's like watching a completely different person. There's even a recent comment on that old video that says, "Ended up here after her recent haul. What a difference." And Mikayla actually replied, "Growth is amazing," which sure might sound positive, but honestly, most people think she misunderstood the point. That comment wasn't about her looks or her glow up. It was about how much her attitude has changed. Someone else jumped in on her nearly $200,000 haul and said, I can't with this anymore. I miss 2020 Mikayla so much. And that hit hard because it's true. She used to feel real, grounded, and relatable. Now, it's all dollar signs and brand names, and fans are realizing they don't connect with her the same way anymore. Of course, some people have been quick to call out the hypocrisy, saying it's unfair to drag Mikayla when other influencers, like Becca Bloom or Jeffree Star, do the exact same thing. They flaunt their luxury collections constantly, and nobody seems to care. But if we're being honest, there's a reason Mikayla gets hit harder. She built her entire brand on being the everyday girl who made it big, the makeup artist from humble beginnings who never forgot where she came from. So when she suddenly starts dropping hundreds of thousands on handbags and shoes, it feels off. It's not about envy. It's about how far she's drifted from the person people fell in love with in the first place. See, that's the thing. Influencers like Becca Bloom or Jeffree Star have always branded themselves around luxury. People follow them for that flashy, over-the-top lifestyle, so it doesn't shock anyone when they show off million-dollar closets or diamond-studded handbags. But Mikayla, she built her audience on being real. That's what made her special. She was the everyday girl, working a normal job, doing makeup in her room, and chasing her dreams one product at a time. She wasn't trying to be perfect. She was just relatable. And that's exactly why people loved her. But now, that authenticity feels lost. The more success she gained, the further she drifted from the down-to-earth energy that made people root for her in the first place. And honestly, this isn't new. We see it happen over and over again. Regular people blow up online because they're refreshing and real. But once the sponsorships, money, and fame start rolling in, something changes. Suddenly, they're no longer the relatable creator. They become the very influencer they once seemed different from. It's a cycle that keeps repeating, and it looks like Mikayla might be the latest to fall into it. So what do you think? Is this just part of the influencer evolution, or has Mikayla completely lost touch with her roots? Drop your thoughts in the comments because this one has everyone talking. And don't forget, turn on your notifications because we drop daily celebrity gossip videos every single day. Like, share, comment, and I'll see you in the next one, right here at NoFilter.